Yes, yes. So it's really at that point in time when you allow both the rice and I mean, today we're doing vegetables, obviously, or the protein to actually infuse and fragrance and flavor the rice, really, isn't it?
Correct. And the rice shouldn't be clumped together.
Yes.
In fact, in India, the master biryani chefs, right? They are identified by just someone just picking up a handful of rice and throwing it down on the floor. If the rice disperses everywhere without joining with another rice, then he's a very good biryani chef.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I won't try that today on my kitchen floor, but how interesting. But that's how we should be cooking rice as well anyway, right? We don't unless you're cooking a short grain or a glutinous rice, all rice really should be kind of separated, I feel.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It depends on what you're eating. For example, if you're going to eat like a good chicken curry and mutton or a sambar, a vegetable curry, your rice shouldn't be so separate because you cannot mix the rice well.
Yes. Yes.
Because in a biryani you can, because biryani doesn't have much sauce.
Yeah. Maybe that's the other thing I think sometimes people go wrong when they expect a biryani to be like eating rice and curry. No. But really it's not. It's not. It's quite a relatively dry dish, isn't it?
Yes, correct. Yeah. And usually they do not have like a real gravy to go with it, because like very traditionally a biryani is just served with a raita, a yogurt dish. That's it.
Yes. Yes.
The curries and all that is something that by preference, like some people feel choked to eat something that's dry, so they need a bit of curry.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, okay, I cannot wait now. Shall we get started?
Yes.
All right.
So today we do the vegetable biryani.
Yep.
This is very South Indian, and it's usually served on festive occasions where, religious occasions and all that, where people go vegetarian and then they like to serve this, right? So shall we just share the ingredients with everyone?
Yes, we shall.
Okay. So I have all these vegetables here.
Nice.
Because we are short of time, I sort of parboil and blanch some of the vegetables so that we can speed up cooking later.
Yeah.
So I have beetroot cut into small cubes, cauliflower.
I have that too. I just kind of semi-steamed it actually, so that it would exactly what you said. But also when people are actually cooking it, because beetroot is quite a hardy vegetable, cook it if you're going to mix it up with mushrooms, pumpkin, cauliflower. They're not all going to cook at the same rate. Those things cook a lot quicker, so pre-cook your beetroot for sure.
And there's another reason why beetroot will be better if you pre-cook it, because if you put it straight away into the pot, you will turn all the whole pot of vegetables into a purple color,
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay,
see
so
I don't know if you guys can see this, but a lot of liquid has actually come out of it. So I'm going to actually drain that.
Yeah. And now I have carrot,
nice.
tomatoes chopped, potatoes boiled.
Great.
And I have some mushrooms. I mean, you can add any other vegetables. I have mushrooms.
Yeah.
You have something different, right?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I have pumpkin, which I haven't half cooked because these cook very fast. I have 2 different types of mushrooms. I also have a zucchini because I had it in the fridge. Yeah. My beets, which have been pre-cooked, so they're a lot softer. Yeah. And I love kale. So kale is quite a hard. It's quite a hardy sort of green vegetable. So I'm gonna add that in. Yeah.
Okay. So then, last week we told everyone that we have got one ingredient that is like different, something new in this biryani. So what we actually have is wholemeal bread, whole grain bread. You spread it with ghee or butter on both sides, and bake it at about 180 degrees for about 20 minutes until it's very crispy, and then cut it into cubes like this.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a kind of a croton.
Can I tell you, I had to stop eating these while they were sitting there. It's nothing better than bread that's been basted in butter on both sides and then put in the oven.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So this we will be later incorporating into the biryani. It will absorb the gravy, and then it will give you a very nice kind of a meaty kind of taste.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, someone's just asked a quick question. Some people use morel mushrooms. Are they easy to find? What does it taste like? Do you know?
No.
I wouldn't use morel mushrooms.
No.
It's so expensive.
Yes.
And it's you don't want it to be
overpowering.
Correct. And you really lose the flavor as well. So no, don't.
Maybe we can do a morel biryani. That's it. That's all. That's nothing else.
Exactly.
Then it will be nice.
But I think, the thing about biryani as well, it's using daily used vegetables. So it can be a very inexpensive dish as well. So let's just stick to the, there's so huge array of vegetables, right, that we can pick from. Yeah. All right.
Okay, and then we have these masala ingredients. Let me come to it in a while. I'll just shift my ingredients. Okay, so we need to have some masala to be ground. So what I have here is coconut, grated coconut, cashew nuts, ginger, garlic, plus yogurt, and all this to be blended into a paste. Now your paste is correct because you did not add water. What I did was I added a bit of water to the blender so that I can wash the last part of it into this. And then you have added your chili powder.
Correct.
I have not, so I'm going to add it now.
Okay.
And then I have garam masala.
Yep. Mine's already in here as well.
And a bit of salt.
Yeah.
Okay, so all this we will mix and we will fry. That's the masala. Okay. Now, for those of you who are pressed for time and all that, you can actually grind this in advance. Keep it in the fridge or freezer and use it for cooking anything else, not necessarily to be just vegetables. It can be even mutton or chicken.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so delicious actually, because I mean it's fresh spices plus coconut. So I use dried desiccated coconut because it's hard to find freshly grated coconut.
Okay.
Question for you, Devali. Can the drained beetroot liquid be used, or has it? Look, I would drain mine because it would color turn the entire thing red, and that's not what we want. Because don't forget, we've got this beautiful
saffron
milk with the saffron that we want to use to color the actual rice itself. So, I mean, drain it and drink it aside. You know that, right?
Yeah, usually what I will do is I'll just drink it.
Yes, me too.
Or I will keep it. I will keep this kind of liquid in the fridge. And when I am making a vegetable curry or a rasam or something, I will just add that because it's all like nutrients and color. Yeah.
Correct. Just make sure that you don't, I wouldn't add it in because it will just turn everything red.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we can actually start cooking the masala for the vegetable. So I'm just heating up some ghee.
Oh, by the way, we've also cooked our rice, yeah?
Oh yeah, I thought about while we are cooking this, we can talk about the rice.
Yes. Okay, so let me find a spot to. Now, I don't have a cast iron pot that's any smaller than this, so mine's going to be a little bit a very shallow biryani.
Okay.
So the whole thing about biryani is also layering it, Devali?
Yes. What I am going to do is cook these vegetables separately in another wok, and then I will layer it in that cast iron pot.
Okay. Actually, that's probably a good idea. Then we don't have to be mucking around.
Yeah, because you feel like you have too much vegetables in the rice. You can keep some vegetables aside to be eaten as a side dish.
Yeah, correct. Now, so we are adding butter in it now.
Yes, I'm adding ghee. So I've already added ghee, and the ghee is quite hot now. So
Vivaki, can we use coconut oil? I actually use a lot of coconut oil for mine.
okay, if you use coconut oil, the biryani is going to smell totally different from what we
Okay,
expect
so
out of
that's
the
not
biryani.
too, yeah?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's better to just use oil or oil and butter or ghee.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have cinnamon stick, cardamoms, and cloves. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to put it into the hot ghee.
You're gonna put the cumin in or not yet?
Pardon?
You're not gonna add the cumin yet, right?
Not yet, because cumin is a very light spice. We'll have to do it later once this is fried. So the idea is we fry this.
We spoke about that last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
That it tends to burn very easily. So
Okay, so my cinnamon is got sort of unrolled. So now I'll add in the cumin seeds. We should not add it, let it burn. And then add in the tomatoes.
Oh, smelling good. South Indians use a lot of fresh tomatoes in their cooking, yeah?
Pardon?
South Indians use a lot of fresh tomatoes in their cooking.
Yes. We use a lot of tomatoes, a lot of ginger, garlic, and onion. These are definitely very important. And if the price go up, everybody suffer.
Yeah. I'd like to think it's so much healthier as well, right?
Yeah, I guess this is the adding of tomatoes and onion is so important because it naturally sweetens the dishes and it gives a color.
Yes.
So like there's
I'm very
no.
tempted to add this. Should I do it?
Yeah, you can. Green chili is quite often used, most often used in Indian cuisine.
Excellent. I actually prefer green chilies to red chilies. I love the flavor of it.
Green chili gives a very nice flavor.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes, it definitely. So I mean, like most in Indian cuisine, we either use green fresh chilies or dried red chilies. We do not use often the red fresh chilies like the Malays and the Indonesians use.
Yeah. Okay, so we are cooking this until it's slightly mushed and
yes, right, until it's like kind of a pulpy,
nice. Oh, geez, I wish you guys could smell this. Simple ingredients, but so yummy.
Very aromatic. Okay, mine is because I'm using gas here, so it's sort of like quite fast actually. So it's all like very pulpy.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to add in the masala.
Okay. Now, should I then add
You
some
should add water. Add a bit of water.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll just cook this for a while to get rid of a bit of the raw smell. Now, if you find that it is too thick, you can add a bit of water.
Yep.
And this is when, right, supposing you have not hard-boiled your potatoes or carrot or anything, you can actually add more water so that your vegetables get cooked.
Yes. I'm going to have a look at yours to see how much liquid is in there, Devagi.
It's like,
Okay, got it.
I think it's almost the same.
Yeah.
So this is the time when you should be just tasting to see if there's enough salt in the masala. If not, you adjust now.
The smell is incredible. Like it's so, oh my gosh, it's just so delicious. I just,
Enough.
I might add a tiny bit more salt
Okay.
to mine. Although we're gonna add a little bit more salt later as well, yeah?
Yes, you can add after you add in the vegetables as well. Okay, now that you can see like the paste is like shrinking a little, right?
Yeah.
Evaporated a little. So now you add in the vegetables. You add in vegetables that ooze out more liquid. For example, I'm going to add mushrooms first.
Yep.
And then I'll add in my other vegetables in a while. Let some liquid come out of the mushroom.
I'm gonna add all of my other veggies first. I'm very reluctant to add my
Beetroot.
beetroot in yet. I think that's gonna be the last thing that's gonna go in.
Okay, so I'll add in my potatoes, my carrot. So colorful.
Okay, here's my problem now. I should have just wilted these a bit.
Oh, no beetroot. Cauliflower.
So the liquid is quite dry. Shall I?
Yeah.
The mixture is quite dry. I can
Now,
add.
if you find it too dry that it cannot cook the vegetable, you can just top up with a bit of water. I'm going to do that now. Like just pour a bit of water.
Yep.
The addition of water is something that we have to judge because it depends on whether the vegetables are cooked or not cooked.
Mind you, with vegetables, once you cook them as well, they're all going to wilt down a little bit as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Especially your kale.
Yes. So what you start with isn't necessarily what you're going to end up with. So be patient.
The kale, yes, definitely. Okay, so someone has just asked a question, what masala you just added in? Well, basically I just added in the ground cashew nuts, coconut, ginger, garlic, chili powder, and garam masala.
That's right. Guys, we will post a recipe after this.
Yes. Okay, now you can taste for salt again. Okay, mine is alright, salty enough.
Good. Man, that extra green chili I put in has added a bit of a kick.
Okay. So I'm going to add a little bit of water, just a little bit. Are your vegetables cooked?
Not yet. But these are zucchinis, cauliflower, pumpkin, mushroom. They cook pretty fast, so I'm not too fussed about them
Right.
not being cooked now. But what I might do is I'm just gonna put the lid on briefly, just to let them steam for a little bit.
Okay, so mine is actually yeah, cooked already.
It's ready.
Yeah, almost, yeah. It can be, because I don't need it to be like very cooked because later we are going to dump it. So
That's
it's
right.
going to cook in the steam again further.
That's right.
So once it's like when I finish and when I turn off the stove, the consistency should be like this. wet but not runny.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so now's the time I will incorporate my bread.
Ah, okay. Hang on,
Okay.
I'm just gonna chop up my mint before I. So the bread will also soak up a lot of liquid, but you don't want it to be soggy, right?
No, it shouldn't be soggy. The bread will just be set. The center will be al dente by the time you finish.
Okay, so maybe I shouldn't put the lid on actually, because that's just gonna encourage more liquid to come out.
Liquid, correct.
Yeah. Alright, so it's relatively dry. I think.
Pardon? Actually, yours looks okay. You can,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm gonna pop the bread.
I think you can cut down the bread. I think you don't have to do all.
Yeah,
too
I
much.
think I've got a lot of bread. Have you
Yeah, too
put
much.
your beetroot in?
Yes, I have it here.
Okay, I have this fear that it's all gonna turn red.
No, I think okay, not so bad because we already cooked it earlier.
Yes.
Okay, so we are done with this part of the cooking already. Now let's go to the next stage of cooking.
I'm very interested to see how this bread turns out. So this is when we start layering the
Correct.
rice
Yes.
and vegetables. Okay.
Yes. So what what we have done now is boil basmati rice with some spices.
Yep.
And then drain the water away. Just pour a bit of tap water so that it slows down the cooking process. The rice is cooked. It's loose, but it's not soft. It's very firm.
Yeah.
So when you press it, it still cannot be pressed or mashed.
Yeah. So it's that al dente that you were talking about earlier.
Yes, correct. So that's it, the rice. So once you have strained, you have to remove the whole spices and discard. Sometimes I like to leave 1 or 2 pieces of cinnamon or some, or the chili. For example, we have some green chili inside. You can leave it there. The cinnamon stick, maybe 1 small piece is all right, but don't put all the cinnamon, the cardamoms and cloves inside, because it's a very terrible experience for people when they look forward to eating a biryani and then bite into a cardamom.
Yes, I know. Although I love cardamom. So I'm gonna pull out all these, yeah?
Yeah, I've already done mine.
For me, cloves are the ones that are the tricky ones. When you bite into some cloves, oh my goodness, and they look like this, right? So you just want to make sure you pull these ones out. Great.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave my cinnamon in it. And I think,
Yes.
like you said, I'm going to leave my little chilies.
Okay, so what we can do is now put a bit of vegetable at the base of the pot.
Yep.
A bit, just spread it out. There's some minced leaves and coriander leaves. You can chop it very fine, but I prefer to keep it slightly bigger.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. So you can sprinkle that on top of that.
So how many layers? Are we doing 2 layers of vegetables?
No, actually we will be doing, yes, correct, 2 layers.
Okay,
The bottom is not counted.
Ah, okay.
The bottom
so not
is
too much at the bottom then.
Yeah, just very little. The reason is if we have rice right at the bottom, later when we are cooking it, right, the rice may get burned at the bottom and you'll be losing out on the rice.
Yes, correct. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to add these bits. I'm going to take some of this out.
Okay,
That should be
then
plenty.
1/3 of the rice goes in.
Yep.
So my pot is very big, huh?
Mine too. Now, do you put sorry, I missed it. Did you put the herbs
Yeah, I
on
put
top
some
of
coriander and mint.
before the rice? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm still sort of chopping it up a little bit.
Mm.
Actually, the herbs make a huge difference, Devagi.
Definitely. Okay.
Okay.
So we have some milk here, and there's some saffron soaked in it. If you do not have saffron or you don't want to use saffron, then you can just add food coloring, yellow coloring, or just don't color at all.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll just drizzle a bit of this on the rice at random, like this.
Gosh, you know, guys, saffron goes a long way.
Then I'm just sprinkling about half tablespoon of melted ghee.
Ah, okay. Let me pop that in the microwave. Now, if you haven't got melted ghee, just use butter and separate out the whey.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna pop mine in the microwave.
Okay. So I have some raisins and cashew nuts. The raisins, we fry them. I mean, it's very typical of the Indians to actually fry the raisins in ghee or oil. The reason is once you fry, the sugar caramelizes and the raisins actually become tastier, and then it plumps up, so it's not dry in your mouth.
Yes.
So I'll just sprinkle some raisins and cashew nuts.
Okay, where are my other cashew nuts? Oh, here we go. So basically, we're layering now, right?
Yes, correct.
Oh
Then
my
I
God,
have some fried onion.
This is going to be so delicious, honestly.
Some fried onion.
And there is, you can't avoid frying this, guys.
Pardon?
You have
And
to fry
more.
it. You have to fry it.
You can actually either fry or you can roast it in the oven.
Now we talked about onions. Onions needs to be.
Yes, I laid it ready.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so now you've got.
Followed by the cashew nuts and raisins, and then more vegetables now.
Yeah. Did you put more herbs as well?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my, can you imagine? I can just imagine sort of digging into this now. Like it will be layers of vegetables and oh my gosh, and look at the color.
So I top up with 1/3 of rice again.
Yes. Now we're gonna do 2 more layers, right? So make sure.
One more layer of vegetable and then finally the rice.
Okay, nice. All right, so rice goes in.
And then we repeat saffron milk.
Devagi, how often do you do this?
Not often. It's okay. So this is the thing. If you or me feel like eating something, we will go on Instagram. Okay?
Yes. It's a labor of love. This one, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
okay. Any leftover saffron? I'm gonna give it to my son to make his chai.
yeah, you can make that. So I've added in another layer of vegetable.
Yes. Oops, I was supposed to put this back. Should I empty out all my raisins and?
You need to keep some for the top layer.
Okay.
So then you need to press the rice a little bit so that they are compact.
Yep.
So the final layer of rice. And more saffron. A bit of ghee. Some herbs. Cashew nuts and raisins. Some fried onion. Now, if you want to,
that's the last layer, yes. Oh my gosh, I reckon I have a lot of vegetables.
Okay,
and
so if you want to, you can top up with a little bit of vegetable right on the top, just a little here and there.
It's okay. I think I've kind of under topped I've got more. My ratio of vegetables to rice is a little bit more. I got a bit
then
greedy.
you cut down.
It's okay. It's all gone in already. I've been a bit too greedy with my vegetables, but it's all right. Okay.
Do you have non-stick paper nearby you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you need non-stick paper as well as foil, aluminium foil.
All right. Oh yes, so it doesn't stick to the foil, yeah?
Yeah. So we take the non-stick paper and then just cover the rice. Press.
My God, this is like a MasterChef challenge. I've got to keep up with the chef.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry. Last layer. Do I top it up with more herbs?
All the stuff. Yes.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, and then if you want to, you can put vegetables. But since you really like too much vegetables, leave it. But do remember to pour the saffron and a bit of ghee.
No more vegetables for me. I've got plenty inside. Okay.
So non-stick paper.
Non-stick and foil, right?
Yeah. The foil is for the top.
Do you want the non-stick to be oh yeah, so it's like a little patricia that sits directly above the rice, yeah?
Above the rice, yes.
Okay.
And then we cover with foil.
So Devagi, this sort of helps the steaming.
Pardon?
This helps the steaming and maybe avoid left water from the
correct.
in.
And it keeps the aroma and everything within that space.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay, just so if we're making a chicken version or a lamb version, we're using different masala.
Yes, yeah. Each of the meats will be different. Fish and everything will be different. And then you can also seal the pot over here with a dough. It's just made of flour and salt.
Wow.
Okay, then we turn on the stove to low.
I just managed to make a hole in my. There we go. Okay, that's pretty sealed. So on low for about 15 minutes?
Yes.
I'm going to put it here.
I just go to the fridge.
Okay, I'm going to remove you guys out of the bomb site bracket over there and check in on any questions. What kind of milk? I've actually used normal full cream milk. Is coconut really necessary, Devagi? I kind of like the coconut actually.
Okay, because I'm doing a Tamil Nadu version, so it's ground coconut to make it very tasty. I mean, the coconut itself gives a very nice taste. But you can omit the coconut and substitute with almond, blanched almond. But
Blanched
not
almond, but ground, coarsely ground.
Yeah, ground with the cashew nuts, but it shouldn't be replaced for the same amount. So instead of 80 grams of coconut, you may have to add about only 40 grams of blanched almond.
Right, okay. Because otherwise it's too pasty, isn't it?
Yeah, too thick.
Okay. Now we are in terms of cooking with meat with this, right? Would you add, I mean, basically the concept is if you're doing a lamb or chicken, the meat has to be cooked prior.
Yes.
Prior.
So when you are cooking chicken, it's not necessary because chicken can cook with the rice in a dum. Okay. But if you are doing lamb or mutton, you cook it in the same pot where you are going to make your biryani.
Yeah, because you want your lamb to be nice and soft anyway. Right?
Yeah, correct. And then you need that liquid from the lamb to actually flavor the rice.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's behind me now. So now we're gonna make the raita.
Raita. So whenever a biryani is served, or rather, whenever very rich food is served in an Indian cuisine, right? Anything that is high in fat, anything that is high in protein, a yogurt accompaniment will be always served because this will help to break down the fat and the fiber.
Yes.
So and also if it's very spicy, the yogurt raita will actually neutralize it.
Yes,
so,
of course.
And then of course,
when we are.
Pardon?
But if they don't wanna, if someone is don't particularly like yogurt, they can probably just do a really fresh salad with cucumber.
Yes, you can do just a salad with lime juice and all that. When during my growing up years, we used to have another kind of salad at home. It's actually with coconut milk and cucumber.
Ooh, that was
coconut milk, cucumber, green chillies, and salt. That's it. We just mix together and we have it with our rice. It's very nice.
Yeah. Okay, someone's also asked, can you use evaporated milk in your biryani?
Can and cannot.
I think evaporated milk has a certain flavor, doesn't it? It's quite a... Yeah, and I kind of feel like it would take over the ingredients a little bit.
The ingredients.
So better fresh milk.
Sorry, excuse me for one.
Okay. Yes, we did add. The question is for vegetable biryani. We don't need to add any masala powders. Yes, we did. We added it to the coconut, ginger, garlic.
The base.
Yeah, we added that in about a tablespoon and a half. Plus some chili powder as well.
Yes. I also saw a question, someone asking whether they can use a biryani powder. Yes. Instead of the garam masala, you can use a biryani powder.
Okay, fantastic. I know, what's in a biryani powder?
Okay, a biryani powder has got all the same things that garam masala has, like for example, all the fragrant aromatic spices, but plus pepper and a bit of chili, bay leaves. In North India, if you're doing a Mogul kind of biryani powder, it will have dried rose petals.
Wow, that's extravagant.
So these are things that I actually teach in my cooking classes, how to do these powders.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well, everybody, if you want to know, you just have to book in. Okay. I make my own garam masala. It's my mom's recipe, and you know, there's so many different types.
Yes,
no one type is the right type. It's really
there's no.
Yeah, exactly.
It's, I
Okay.
mean, you just modify your recipe according to the smell you want, the heat you want, you know, everything.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, I've gone to get, I'm roaming around the kitchen at the moment because
Okay.
everything is all over the place today. So we're going to make our raita.
Yeah. So for the raita, I actually have just yogurt with a bit of salt and a pinch of sugar. A pinch
Okay.
of sugar, and then green chilies
Yep.
sliced. Okay, plus I'm going to have some like lime juice, just a little bit of lime juice, little
Yep.
bit.
Hey,
Okay.
can we talk about that pinch of sugar a little bit?
Okay, so yeah, some people may wonder why I'm adding that pinch of sugar into the yogurt. Um, my my raita, I always like to use lime juice. I feel that the lime juice help to keep the raita longer. It doesn't like water down. So the sugar actually helps because if otherwise the lime itself will be too sour. The yogurt and the lime juice will be too sour.
Correct.
Yeah,
But
you don't have to use this. It's very little.
yeah, it's really to rebalance the it's really to rebalance the acidity that's in here.
Correct.
I do that in a lot of my cooking, by the way. I put a little bit, a pinch of sugar into most things these days. Now, with your cucumber, did you grate it or did you finally dice it or?
No, I sort of cut it into strips like this.
Okay.
And, yeah, and it depends. You want to slice it, dice it in any way, but as long as it's not chunky.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you whichever other vegetable that you are using, for example, you're using tomato, the tomato has to be very small, or you can add pomegranate, you can put mangoes, there's so many things you can do, many types of raita can be done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna finally, you guys might as well watch this while I'm doing it. I'm just, normally I just do cucumber and spices. I also add the lemon. Lemon or lime. I actually tend to use lemon more than lime.
Okay.
But, you know, it's just acid, so it really doesn't matter which one it is.
Yeah, actually. The other thing is like, you know, when we have the leftover vegetables, right?
Yes.
Normally I'll keep it refrigerated and you know, you just get one of those ready-made wraps, right? And
Yes.
just heat up the vegetable, pile up the vegetable on the wrap, and then just use leftover raita, pour over it, and then just do a roll up and eat. It's as good as eating a biryani.
Oh my gosh, right. That sounds insane. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to remember that one for now. I tend to remove some of the seeds, the liquidy, soft, pulpy bits from my
Yeah, raita.
yeah, you know, when I'm putting my tomatoes in, so I don't include these little bits in it. It just gets a bit wet.
Because you have such lovely tomatoes over there. What we get here is like 3/4 full of seeds.
Oh, exactly. Ours is pretty nice.
Yeah, so that's why I remove a lot of seeds most of the time.
And also with the Lebanese cucumber, you see how ours is, it's so compact, so you don't actually have to de-seed at all.
De-seed, yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of like a little bit of the skin in there, so I tend to keep the skin on as well.
Good. You know, the seeds, a lot of people actually, like for example, when we buy the local cucumber here, it has a lot of seeds in the middle. And a lot of people just tend to cut that and throw that away. But actually, you don't have to throw that away because if you save all that, just put it in the blender with a bit of lime juice and ice water.
Oh my gosh.
You have a very nice drink for a hot weather, a cucumber drink.
Exactly. Oops, I chopped these ones a bit rough. Okay, so in terms of spices that goes into your raita, what do you normally put?
Okay, so you can actually use cumin seeds that has been roasted and then just pounded roughly. But I prefer not to use any spice.
Okay.
I will just add the vegetable in at the last moment just before serving, and then that's it. Mix it.
Okay, so it's pretty much just cucumber, tomatoes, some lime juice. Do you add herbs in yours?
You can add some coriander and mint leaves. I have some.
So you keep it incredibly fresh then, yeah?
Yeah. So the idea is the raita, right? You need to do it just before you serve. I mean, you can get it organized. Your yogurt, your vegetable, you can keep it all refrigerated. Just before you serve, you mix it. Otherwise, the cucumber will ooze out with liquid, right? So,
Yeah.
so some people like to salt their cucumber first to get rid of all the water.
Yeah.
And then make a raita. Actually, I don't like that at all. I prefer to just serve it on the spot.
Oh, me too. Me too. And it doesn't take long at all to do, so I would suggest that as well.
Yeah. And it's very nice to do with a lot of things. I mean, you can do it with pineapple. I've done a fruit raita, which just basically made of banana, a bit of raisins, whatever fruits you have, just put this and that together. And with the chili and everything, it's really very nice.
Yes, I know. I would take hot oil. I would pop some mustard seeds as well. All my spices go in there, some dried chili, and then I literally pour it. Oh, curry leaves. Oh my gosh, right?
A lot of stuff.
So many things.
Can you check your pot to see whether there's a bit of steam coming on the side? Because mine is coming, that means mine is ready. I will just tilt mine to show that I have steam coming out here on this part.
No steam. Maybe my flame is too low. No steam.
Once I've steamed, I can actually stop cooking.
Okay. I kind of pat mine down pretty. I foiled mine pretty tightly.
Okay.
Oops. So it may take a little bit longer, I think. I'm not actually even smelling it just yet. And I'm just going to show you.
I turn it off. Do you want me to like open and show, or we'll do it together later? Can you touch the top of your lid, whether it's hot? The lid.
Yeah. Okay, let me have a look. No.
No. Oh, okay.
Well, I actually am feeling it a little bit, but the lid is so I've got it's such a big pot though. It's like 29 inches. It's quite ridiculous. It's hot down the bottom.
Yeah. So you want to like take out and show, because I think if it's quite hot, you may want to show that. Maybe later on you just dump it again. Like,
yeah, I might do that again. Okay.
Yeah.
So the dumbing really is about securing the steam in there, yeah?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna have a look at yours first. Is that all right?
Yeah, I'm going to do that now. Let me.
Are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? Oh, look at that! Alamak. Gee,
Let me get it.
beautiful sight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Biryanis are always beautiful sight and smell.
Can I tell you guys, it is so worth spending the time and energy to do this, because oh my God, look at that.
Yeah, so you can see yellow, a bit of red, but you're not supposed to eat it immediately. But once it's done, you turn off the stove, you need to keep it there for 10 minutes.
It's like baking cakes and breads.
Yeah, and then fluff up the rice. Otherwise, it'll be still too much of moisture there. So that's it, biryani.
Excellent. Okay, I'm going to show you guys quickly before we jump off. Our hour is almost up. Geez, today we went and did the full hour. Okay, I can hear it. I can hear it. Okay, I think
Oh,
I need a little bit longer.
yeah, you need a bit longer. Yes,
It's
definitely.
smelling quite nice, but I think I need a little bit longer. So I will post an update later on. That's what happens when you get such a big pot, right? Oh my goodness me. Can we
So
put it in the oven? Is another
okay, yes
question.
and no. Yes and no. It depends on what kind of pot you're using. This kind of cast iron is alright, but some of them have got this stainless steel or something, right? So what happens is the rice goes on the sides and then it becomes too crispy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's not what it's meant. That's not what a biryani is meant to be, of course. So
Yeah.
dum it and put it over flame is the best thing. So
That's it. Yeah.
the heat's meant to rise and steam the rice and everything. Yeah, my can't wait to do Baggy. This is not fair.
You're going to eat yours in a while anyway.
Goes to show every recipe depends on your pot, your flame, everything, right? Mine's on this double stack thing, so it's on the lowest possible flame. But
Actually, I like your stove.
I know, I love it too. It's a very clever stove. I love it.
I like that.
Can I tell you, if I had the ability to stove up the entire back wall, I would have. Anyway, back to
Okay,
it.
there's a question here. How is it different from a rice cooker biryani? Okay, so that's interesting because a lot of people have a rice cooker at home and then they will just dump everything and cook. Now you can cook your rice in a rice cooker, but if you want to do this layered dum biryani in a rice cooker, it will not work because once you put everything and you turn on the rice cooker will start burning the bottom.
Correct.
Because there's no liquid.
Correct. You can't change the heat control on a rice cooker, unfortunately.
Yeah. So you still need to cook it on a pot. Yes.
Fantastic. Woman,
Yes.
thank you so much again. You are a genius, and once more, you delight my kitchen with the aromas of everything.
Aroma.
Next week we're back, and now you've had some requests to do something very, very cool that I've never come across at all. So tell us what it is we're going to be doing next week.
Next week is a very popular street food in India. It's called pav bhaji. So the pav is actually buns that we will actually make, and then the bhaji is the vegetables, which is just potatoes and masala and all that. So I will actually try to demonstrate how to do the spice as well.
Yeah, fantastic.
To do that. Yeah.
So we're back
next
on
week
with
is pav
pav
bhaji.
bhaji.
Yeah.
Next Monday.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. See you then. Thank you, everyone. Yes. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.